Thank you for tuning in to VNA News Daily Bulletin. I'm Bao Chung from Hanoi, and coming up next, we have your top stories. President asked for better care of people who rendered great service to National Revolutionary Cause. Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc highlights caring for workers' lives as leading task. Thừa Thiên Huế Province launches rural market fair with numerous cultural activities. President Trần Đại Quang visited and presented gifts to heroic mothers, invalids, and those who rendered great service to the National Revolutionary Cause in the central province of Quảng Nam on April 30th, on the occasion of the 41st anniversary of the liberation of South Vietnam and national reunification. President Quang visited a nursing home which provides services to nearly 4,000 people who had contributed to the revolutionary cause in Quảng Trị and 500 others from Central and Central Highlands provinces every year. The state leader said he was delighted that heroic mothers and revolutionary contributors have been cared for by the central staff and Quảng Nam province in particular. He said greater efforts should be made in caring for revolutionary contributors, calling on people nationwide to take practical deeds towards these people. The same day, President Trần Đại Quang paid homage to late President Ho Chi Minh and martyrs at the Nước Hoa National Historical and Cultural Relic Site in Bắc Trà My district and visited the commemorative house of the late acting President Huỳnh Thúc Kháng. The Nước Hoa Historical and Cultural Relic Site once served as a revolutionary base of the High Command of Military Zone 5 during the Vietnam War. It has been 41 years since the war ended in Vietnam. A house in Ho Chi Minh City, which was once a weapon cache, has now become a National Historical Relic Site. Join us to visit this site. The 37-square-meter house looks like the others and seems to be hidden in the busy market. But it was once used as an underground cache for the attack on the Independence Palace by the Liberation Commando Force in Saigon during the Mậu Tuần Spring 1968 General Offensive and Uprising. In 1967, an underground liberation cadre named Trần Văn Lai bought the house, which had two doors opening onto two different lanes. Pretending to repair a water closet and a wastewater ditch, Lai and his most trusted workers began to dig the area and build the cache. During this time, Lai was working for the Independence Palace as a contractor for the American USOM agency, which helped him cover up his task. During the day, he was a builder. At night, he dug the basement. Cars transporting weapons arrived at the house only at dusk. Sometimes they came to one door, and sometimes they went to the other side to divert the enemy's attention. The cars entered the house in reverse, and then weapons were moved to the basement. 2 tons of weapons, including handguns, explosive charges, grenades, and various kinds of bullets were transported to the house. On the first night of the Mậu Tuần Lunar New Year, 17 liberation soldiers gathered at the house, getting weapons, and later attacking the Independence Palace, bravely fighting the enemy. Up until National Reunification Day, none of the enemy was ever able to recognize the arsenal, even though they had at one time controlled it. The enemy sent a captain to live in the house after Mr. Lai was arrested. However, he didn't recognize there was a cache to keep weapons. After the war, the house was returned to Lai, who decided to open it to the public so that young generations could understand history and see how clever the Vietnamese people were. The house was recognized as a National Historical Cultural Relic Site in 1988. There was an underground weapon cache in this house. Visiting the site helps me better understand our forefathers' fighting efforts. The objects here are valuable. We must respect and keep them carefully as an evidence of our forebears' patriotism and courage. The relic site is also a tourist destination, helping younger generations learn more about Vietnam's victory on April 30th, 1975, to liberate South Vietnam and reunify the whole nation. Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc said the party, state and entire authority system always consider caring for workers' lives as a leading task. Prime Minister Phuc had a dialogue with 3,000 laborers in industrial and processing zones in 8 southern cities and provinces. The dialogue took place in Dong Nai province on April 30th on the occasion of May Day. The dialogue sought workers' opinion for the government to perfect its guidelines and policies to better ensure the legitimate rights and interests of the working class. He said the government has responded to the Vietnam General Confederation of Labor's proposals on salary rise with a decision to raise the minimum wage by 12% to assist laborers. In the same vein, the government has focused on curbing inflation and stabilizing goods prices. The leader asked all level authorities nationwide to seriously observe regulations on the construction of industrial and processing zones, which require the attached supply of residential areas for workers and preschools for their children. In an effort to take full advantage of Vietnam's largest granary, Phan Tân Bện, a farmer in Tháp Mười district in the Mekong Delta province of Đồng Tháp, successfully manufactured an automated straw baler, which can be used on all terrains, making Vietnam's straw exportable.
This bale is capable of rolling up to 180 straw rolls per hour, weighing 15 kilograms each. It requires only 2 operators and can roll straw on a 4-hectare field per day.
I've been working in agricultural mechanical engineering for about 30 years, and since then I've invented and produced over 10 types of machines for the market. In the early 90s, I just manufactured simple machines and steadily improved their complicatedness. This automated straw baler is one of the complicated machines invented by myself.
Growing up in a farmer's family, Ben has nurtured a passion for mechanical engineering. In 1985, Ben graduated from the Ho Chi Minh City University of Agriculture and Forestry and returned to his hometown in Tháp Mười district, where he began researching and developing mechanical machines to support farmers' production. In 2015, after 9 months of hard working, Ben's automated straw bale was brought to the market, helping to export Vietnamese straw to Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. Currently, he's planning to sell bales to other rice-growing countries in the region. Many establishments in Vietnam have bought Ben's machines to serve their production. This cooperative bought 15 bales for 4.2 billion Vietnam dong, equivalent to $188,000.
Recently, experts from TH True Milk came to review the products, and they were very satisfied with the results, from the color of the straw to its quality.
As one of the leading localities in mechanizing agricultural production, Đồng Tháp province currently has 672 machines to serve the harvest and preservation of rice. Ben's inventions have contributed significantly to the spread of application of machines into production.
Machines invented by researchers come farmers are contributing to agricultural production, both in the production process and in the post-harvest preservation.
Dozens of mechanical machines manufactured by Phan Tân Bện are helping alleviate farmers' hardships and improve the quality of Vietnamese agricultural products for export.
Latest statistics shows that Vietnam recorded a trade surplus of $100 million in April, in which export turnover hit $14.1 billion, while imports reached $14 billion.
The April figure brought total trade surplus in the first 4 months of 2016 to $1.5 billion. During the period, exports pocketed over $52.9 billion, up 6% against the same period last year, while imports suffered a 1.2% decrease to $51.4 billion. The trade surplus was mainly contributed by the foreign investor sector. From January to April, the foreign investor sector posted a trade surplus of $7.1 billion, while the domestic sector saw a trade deficit of $5.6 billion. Vietnam has targeted export revenue of $178 billion in 2016, rising by 10% over 2015, with a trade deficit below 5% of the export turnover. Last year, Vietnam reckoned $162.4 billion from exports, a year-on-year increase of 8.1%. Meanwhile, the country imported $165.6 billion worth of commodities, up 12% from 2014.
Huế Festival 2016 has officially kicked off with a range of artistic programs in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế. We went along to take a look. The annual festival has become a major cultural event which attracts a large number of domestic and foreign visitors annually. The festival is expected to contribute to promoting the country's culture and people to international friends and strengthening cultural exchange between Vietnam and other countries over the world. The festival honors Vietnam's traditional cultural values and serves as a bridge to boost connection among countries and territories worldwide. As many as 36 art troupes officially registered to participate in the festival, including 23 troupes from 17 countries worldwide. More than 50 activities will take place every night during the week-long event. Along with artistic programs featuring the characteristics of cultures worldwide and the quintessence of Vietnam's arts and culture, Hué's folklore arts and street arts will be given a chance to shine. In addition, diverse cultural activities offer plenty of choices for visitors, ranging from exhibitions of photos and calligraphy, cuisine demo, kite flying, sports contests, scientific workshops, and trade fairs. In celebration of Huế Festival, Thừa Thiên Huế Province launched a rural market fair with numerous cultural activities. The market fair, embedded with daily lives of Hué's farmers, recreated the bustling atmosphere of the old market days, with traders, performances, and folk games. Many signature agricultural products of the region are showcased at the event, particularly cuisines, along with fine art articles and locals' daily tools. There are more and more diversified products here each year, with many made for our daily activities. Coming to the event, visitors can experience the lives around the former ancient Huế citadel through participating in cultural activities and folk games. You get to join many games and try delicious Huế cuisine. I've been to the festival a few times. This year's event has managed to maintain the tradition and customs of the countryside. The market fair will last until the end of Huế Festival and is predicted to be one of the most attractive destinations for tourists coming to the province during this year's event. And that was the end of our news bulletin. Thanks for watching. For more information, please log on to our website at www.vietnamplus.vn. We'll see you soon.